So I grew up in the church my whole life. My mother was a minister. She was in ministry, and it was one of those things where Christ was my next door neighbor, but I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? And I got my contract with WWE in 2008, moved to Florida, which is where I live. And 2010, I kind of had a spiritual awakening and found myself wanting to seek out Christian hip hop or Christian music that sounded as good or better than the secular music I was listening to.
Talk a little bit about your spiritual regimen, because I could just imagine you just being, no, seriously, because you're a wrestler and you're in these circles. Come on, with a little bit. You probably seen it all. Let's just be totally 100. So when you get ready to go into the locker room or the gym before you even go out to wrestle, talk about your spiritual regimen. What does that look like? Are you praying on the drive-in? Are you fasting? Just talk a little bit about your spiritual regimen and what that looks like.
So to basically prepare myself, I mean, I was always prepared going into the locker room because I understood what kind of environment it was. But before every match, I always pray before every match. And I'll grab whoever I'm working with, no matter what they believe in, no matter what, I'll just grab them real quick and just have a quick prayer with them before we go out. And no one's ever pushed me away. Nobody's ever turned me down. It didn't matter, how much they drank, how many lines of coke they snorted, how many cuss words they, F-bombs they dropped. I'll grab them and we'll pray real quick before we go out and have this match together. And no one has ever turned me away.